an ex-ISKA featherweight champion, knows his way around the ring. This promises to be a pretty good clash. Let's go back to Dan for the intros to the fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is quarterfinal fight number 4, scheduled for three-minute rounds of kickboxing action with an extra round in play in case of a draw. This fight is brought to you by Wildlife. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing black trunks with white trim. Representing Oliver MMA in Auckland, he is a WKN Amateur World Champion. He has 10 wins, 2 losses, 4 big wins coming by way of KO. Introducing Prashanth Guda. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner enters the ring wearing black trunks with red and white trim. He has 26 wins, 10 losses, 1 draw, with 1 win coming by way of KO. Representing City Kickboxing in Auckland, he's a former ISKA New Zealand featherweight champion. Introducing David Sanchai Aung. Fighters to the center ring, please, for the Rebel John Conway's instructions.
Guys, first of all, you both must be able to protect yourselves at all times. You're listening to my instructions. When I call break, stop what you're doing. You step away from each other until I say fight. Shake hands, back in your corner, out of the bell.
Well, we've seen a couple of early finishes already. What will occur here? And that's the attraction of the fight game. You never quite know what's going to happen. But these two look as though they're pretty evenly matched. A ton of experience. 26 wins here for Sanchai Aung. But a reach advantage here for Guda. Look to see him use the legs early. Aung, a little bit guarded. The opening exchanges. Find out how we'll advance into the semis at the back end of this one as well. A couple of other support fights coming through the course of the evening. We're watching the Higher Pool King of the Ring lightweights from North Shore Stadium. The Dale Husband 10 name beside it. Tony Robb, Combat TV. A little bit of Te Reo Māori yourself as well, Tony.
A little bit.
Down like where, mate?
What I like about this one is the old bull against the young bull, the experience up against the young lion, a man that I predicted will go a long way in the game, and Prashanth Guda. But it's a real interesting start out here. Neither fighter used the ropes as yet. They want to stand out and try and take control of the area. Some good leg checking from Guda so far.
Out of the Oliver MMA. Yeah, Tony, at the top of our show, suggesting that he wouldn't be at all surprised to see Guda in the international stage or rings in the next couple of years. Sanchai Aung, experienced, a big left leg, probing at the moment from Guda. He's trying to find a way through, gets to the left, but didn't really get the power behind it that he needed. Left kick to the midriff there from Aung. Tries to get Guda into the corner. Gets a sharp, crisp left to the head. Guda comes back in. Aung. Sanchai Aung. That's a good kick. Looking for that front kick at the moment, Guda. A reach advantage here on Sanchai Aung. Chasing Aung a little around at the moment.
Sanchai Aung, he's a fighter that will just get better and better as the rounds go on. But he started fast here tonight, so you know, you don't want to let that first round slip from you. And both these guys really know the importance of winning round number 1. And neither one of them want to take a step backwards. This is really interesting. It's a chess match out there.
And it differs from the approaches taken in some of the earlier bouts tonight, Tony. Just a little bit more reserved, but they can be forgiven for that. I've seen 2 fights end prematurely in the first round. So Sanchai Aung staying away from what could be a lethal kick. So I'm sure they'll warm to their work. Your thoughts about that first round, Tony?
Yeah, close one. And as you mentioned, the earlier fights, one fighter dominated, but this one here, it could go either way, and the judges will be having a real worry with the head scratching there.
Let's see if we can catch a little bit of thought from the corners.
When you intercept him, it's good, but because he's long, you can draw and intercept. So you intercept when he comes forward, you can draw him back and land it back and forth. So keep feinting and turning because he keeps missing, yeah?
Let's have a look at some of the highlights here. Sunshine Aung gets in there, just trying to get through what were pretty solid defensive qualities displayed here by both fighters as they really try to work each other out. It should be an interesting second round coming up here. Prashanth Guda, 10-2-0, 4 by the way of knockout 2. He's the shrunken MMA champ. As mentioned, the amateur world kickboxing champion. We're back into the action here. It's Guda, Aung. Guda, the taller fighter. Gets him right here onto the ropes. As you can see, they need to stand apart. Got into the clinch there.
Now Guda would like that because he's used to being in the ring and rolling with people, but in the cage, I should say. But Sanchai Aung, he's a really hard fighter. Like he's a fighter that you can't predict anything. He changes angles nicely. There's not too many things, too many holes in his game.
He's at City Kickbox again. The benefit of working with guys who are now on the international stage as Aung catches that attempted leg kick from Guda. Pull into his left thigh, then goes higher with his left high kick. Guda tries to come up through the middle. Aung, though, is aware of his intentions. Clinching going on in the middle at the moment, but if they want to advance, it's about hanging in there until an opportunity arises. Just probing both fighters at the moment. His left kick to the midriff from Aung. So they start coming forward a bit more. Guda content to just dominate the centre of the ring. Wrap themselves up once again. Conway comes in and says, come on boys, split it up. Let's get the action on. Starting to warm up now. Attempted front kick, doesn't get its mark. That big right hand does though. It's looking more like a wrestling match. There's a slip. Conway recognised that quickly. He'll want to counteract now. Guda lining up. At the moment though, it's Aung who is the aggressor. Another good kick coming in here at the moment. Well, look, it's evenly poised, this bout.
It is, but what you can see is that experience does for you. Sanchai Aung starting to read things, and he can change things on the fly, and he's really starting to tick the shots well now. Really using his experience.
And he tries to follow in some good moves. But the end of round 2, still a pretty evenly matched. How do you read it, Tony?
It is. I thought that Sanchai started to get the measure a little bit and just start to read the play a little bit better at in the second half of that round.
Right.
But still, as I say,
coming forward. If you're not going to do that reverse 2, you can try and do a parry 2, but you're relying on that one punch. So you're relying on that one punch. You're going to add something else to it.
Draw back 8, right hand body, just walk him on the punches. He's just going to run forward and try and steal this round. But once you land a good combination, kick off and take him and keep fainting. Yeah?
Or double up.
Yeah.
Don't just rely on that one punch, you got to double up on it. And then the last round.
When you land a good combination, kick off, draw him, and make him work to come forward. Yeah? Don't stand in front of him because he's long. He just wants to lunge forward.
All right, second down for the third and final round.
So we're into round number 3, and it's still anyone's fight here. Who will advance? We'll let you know the lineup of the semi-finals coming up shortly. We've also got some action from a different weight division as well. The 84 kilogram super fight coming your way today, or tonight, here, as part of this promotion brought to you by Jason Suddy. The 28th event he has staged. This beautiful Wahine who's here. And again, just a reminder, if you've joined us not quite from the start, the constraints that have been adhered to here in the staging of this event, quite phenomenal. The sanitising of the ring regularly, isolated crowds, 100 in an area, separate entrances and bathrooms. It's been quite logistical challenges. We see Sanchai Aung now just starting to show, as Tony Robb from Combat TV was mentioning, the wealth of experience he's garnered, the number of fights that he's had, but still a big finish. Get Guda to go forward. Interesting job for the judges here tonight. So I'd like to echo the sentiments of Dan Hennessy. I know that the guys come back from offshore, Fight Island, with great success. They're from Israel. If you're watching tonight, your mates from your gym, as we all are in NZ, proud of your achievements. Pushing it out here at the moment, though, David Aung. It's good to see the fight scene back on screen. Night brought to you by Higher Paul. Sky Sport pleased to be bringing you the action in association with Jason's promotion. Gee, this one is really hinged at the moment, don't you think?
It is, but I get the feeling that Prashanth thinks he needs to catch up a little bit, and he's starting to take a few risks, and that will play right into the hands of Sanchai Aung. All that experience that he's had over the years, the international experience, will come to him, and if Prashanth hurries a little bit too much, it could be curtains. And at the moment, Prashanth's trying to get back, but Sanchai really pressing hard. He knows what time of the round to really try and impress the judges.
Well, it's been a ding-dong battle here. Perhaps not as toe-to-toe as some of the earlier ones tonight. But both of these men are really working till the final bell. See if they can move forward with a chance of being the king in the ring for 2020 in the 62 kg division. The bang of the blocks indicating that there's just a few moments to go. Let's see who thinks that they've got it. As good might have left his run just a little bit too late, David. Sanchai smiles at his supporters. Decent bout there. And we'll find out in a moment too how the judges read those efforts in the ring. We're awaiting their scorecards.
Yeah, we'll have to wait on the judges. It could be close enough for another round, but I think Sanchai looks pretty happy with his performance, and I think he's every right to be. Started to read the play halfway through round number 2 and really using the angles well.
Well, let's have a look at the highlights of that one, Tony, as we get a little look at the action. It was more the aggressor at times, Sanchai Aung. As you rightfully pointed out, he's got a ton of experience as well. There's 10 fights for Guda, but he showed too a willingness to get into the heavy exchanges as well. Let's go and find out the victor here with Lieutenant Dan.
All right, fighters to the center ring, please. Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of kickboxing action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision where we find a unanimous decision winner. And going on to the semifinals a little bit later on here tonight, for your winner, fighting out of the red corner, David Sanchai